We are live again. We got a viewer. We got one viewer so far. Who could it be? If it's you, Don, I swear to God. What is up, my one viewer? What's going on? Let's see. Where the hell is this at? Go to my channel. Videos. Okay. Of course it's Don. Of course. Somehow I knew it. Somehow I knew it. Like my channel in particular, or what? That's really weird. Maybe it's because I'm so small they haven't a shadow banned me yet. Because like my channel's not that big, so it's probably like I'm like kind of flying under the radar right now. I'd imagine a lot of those guys are probably being like shadow banned from your little feed, which is odd. One thing I have noticed, I'm not sure if you've been watching a lot of bald MGTOW content, but I noticed this one. What's that guy's name? James Bond Maxwell, or that guy's name is the hamster guy, and Coach Greg Adams also did it too. They're using the phrase a crimson pill now instead of red pill. I guess probably because that word's also banned now too. Who knows? The hamster humping MGTOW. Oh God. The bald MGTOW, the 7 Dragon Balls. Or the 9 Dragon Balls, 7 Dragon Balls. I was looking like Dragon Ball Z, fucking the 4-star ball. Looking like fucking Krillin. Krillin from Dragon Ball, God. At least Krillin, he got his hair back. Must have got on a Rogan or something, but I'm eating that fucking McRib, my dude. I can see your comment before it hits me, but eating that McRib, dude. The McRib is like the only thing I'll ever eat that's like from McDonald's is like halfway, like it's not decent. It's just like become like a staple good. God, the McRib is like so unhealthy, but man, I'll tell you what, it's unhealthy in that weird way. Like it only comes out like once every few months, and it's barely even a rib. It's like a fucking patty. I mean, come on, it's not a McRib my ass. It's fucking horrible. It's the McRib. What's going on? What is going on, Daniel J. Livers? What's going on, dude? My two mods are in the fucking chat. What do you fucking know? Do they even serve the McRib in London? Or in wherever you live at? They can't. You guys don't deserve the McRib. Your country's too shit. Yeah, I'm officially done eating now, so we can stop hearing me chewing here. All right, let's focus now. Goddamn Burger King. Oh man, we got the whole crew in here. All right, now that I'm done with my McRib, here we go. Hey yo, what's up, Brandon Johnson? What's going on, dude? What's up? What's up? No idea. Only go to Burger King. I actually enjoy a Burger King more than I enjoy McDonald's actually, but for some strange reason, there's more McDonald's obviously, probably because it's just more popular than our Burger Kings in my area. So I get like Burger King is like a treat for me whenever I can find one. And I always get the same damn thing. It's like the fucking Whopper. Oh my god, they got such a good hamburger. You heard the bad news? What's the bad news? Who got fucked up? The Vanta gang. Yep, the Black Pill gang, dude. We're all here to chill, hang out, take off our kick back with a cigar or a McRib and hang out. Do what we got to do. What is the bad news? Oh my god. I did not need that McRib, but I had to get it. I have to at least get it once when it's in season. Awesome video, by the way. Are you talking about the one I just did? The one on the cyborgs? Yeah. It's a pretty robots is a pretty uncommon term now. Nobody really talks about robots anymore, but that's a term I kind of grew up on before it became like incel. Used to be called robots or TFL or forever alone types, and then became just flat out incel. And I think anybody still using those phrases is just trying to differentiate themselves from to differentiate themselves from the black pill and incelism. So oh yeah. I'll get to your comment real quick, but I know that black pill soldiers died 2 days ago. Wow. Only 18? The fuck? No way. Damn. Did he rope? Damn. R9K used to be okay years ago. It's just trash. Yo, yeah, R9K is a pretty. I only could go on that board like very sparingly now. It's a pretty shitty board. Yeah, I don't enjoy it anymore. I mean, it's pretty bad. It used to be probably one of the better boards on the on the 4chans, but it got worse and worse and worse. Have you heard the bad news? Oh shit. Jehovah's Witnesses, like, have you heard the good news? How many videos does this guy have? Well, he had a lot of videos. Holy shit. Dang, this guy was like straight up depressed. Wow, you could tell. You have a moment to talk with the black pill? Sadly, that will be the new normal. Yeah, I think I said this in a video in the past, but I think we're gonna have it early and probably a chat in the past too as well. I think that as soon as we're talking about the same thing here, like it's gonna be the new normal. You're gonna see far more people roping in the future, including women. Like it's not just gonna be men, because women are gonna grow up and realize that, oh, I actually did want kids and I worked my entire life for nothing. Like people don't realize that like you can't take your money with you. You can't take your success with you. You can't take the 55 college degrees you have, or your house, or your fancy car, or your fancy watches. You can't take it with you. So like this is what I kind of talk about when it kind of comes down to like we're talking about like this idea of like the whole system grinding to a halt. Like people aren't going to invest into the future, because what's the point? Like if you're just living day to day, then you might as well just live day to day. Like there's no incentive to invest in the future if you have no stake in the future. And same thing goes for like women and men. Like what's the point of working your ass off and becoming a high power manager when like your salary making like 60K a year works just fine? Like you have no incentive to actually try harder, because what's the point? Like you're working for nothing at that point. Like you don't have a family, you don't have any kids. Like you know it makes the whole kind of like work hard thing fruitless. Makes it extremely fruitless. Based. Sorry to hear about Black Pill Soldiers. Not familiar with his content, but yeah, I might actually watch his content now. I didn't even hear about him, but damn, he 1 year ago too. He started. Damn. He's in a better place now, even if there is an afterlife. Yeah, he's not here. He's not on the planet Earth anymore. I'll give you that. Damn. Only 18 though. Holy shit. Lay down and rot is just as slow as rope anyway. Yeah, it is. It really is. Like there may be a spike once COVID ends and people realize they fell on the totem pole because of the internet. Yeah, has anybody here watched what's his name? The Thinking Apes new video. He had a video they put out today actually about the whole Belle Delphine fiasco and how apparently she's back now, but apparently he made a video about when she got banned. And he's talking about how like there's people on OnlyFans making like there's a dude who's straight who literally shoves things up his ass just because like it gets him money. Like that's the thing, dude. Like America's become so high stakes now. Like there's no nice gradual slope up to the middle class and to the upper class anymore. Like that slope is gone. It's become a massive chasm now, and like there's no way to like actually like ascend and move your way up the ladder other than doing crazy shit. This is why everybody's so obsessed with like social media and making it and trying to like become a millionaire so early in life and fire and stuff like that, because like there is no like America is getting harder and harder to achieve that lifestyle, to achieve that middle class or upper middle class or hell even lower middle class lifestyle. Like you're I guess you have to work so hard, and then when you realize that there's some chick online who's making like six figures dancing around as a fucking dog, like it makes you like extremely demoralized to work, because why the hell would you work? It's like, oh, what's the point of working if like why am I working so hard when this girl here is making more money than I'll ever make my entire life in like two minutes? It's crazy shit. I guess the whole demoralization thing is working, because damn. I advocate for euthanasia and the right to die. Suicide is a panacea for unfulfilling and miserable life. Yeah, I've had people who are like pro-life argue that like, oh well, no, I'm gonna argue against that. But it's like, dude, you do realize that like if you have a right to life, then you have a right to kill yourself too as well. Yeah, I'm not saying do it, but like you do have a right to your own life. Like, you know, like dying is part of living, dying is part of life. So like you have a right to that shit, dude. Like you can't just be like, oh well, you know, I can just no, you shouldn't do it because X, Y, and Z. Like, you know, like you can call it selfish all you fucking want to, but like sometimes it's better than suffering, depending on how bad it is. Like if you're on your deathbed and you have cancer or some shit, and you're like, and you know you're gonna die, like why the hell wouldn't you just take the your fucking terminal or some shit, just take the pill, dog, or take the double shot of morphine and get it over with. Blow your heart up and get it over with. I doubt they would allow that. Society needs male productivity, and they just don't compensate. They just don't compensate it. Expect shaming or something stupid. Yeah. I fully expect. I fully expect their Oh God, Don. Yeah, but I fully expect there to be like all this shaming language because it's going to be coming out in the next few years once people realize that, oh, men aren't doing anything anymore. Why aren't men working hard anymore? Men need to work. It's like the what's that video I made? It was the one about the carrot and the beast, and like they keep beating the beast, saying you need to work and work and work and work and work and work, and there's no more carrot. It's all rod now. It's all stick. It's all just beating you and beating you and beating you and beating you and saying you need to work harder and harder and harder. It's like, okay, like, but there's no incentive anymore. Like there's no carrot. At least when there was a big fat juicy carrot sitting in front of me, I have like every incentive to keep walking forward, even though I'm not going to get the carrot, or I'll get the carrot at the very end of the walk. At least I know there's something in it for me. But like, if you're just going to keep, if it's all rod now, well, I'm just going to lay down a rot dog. It's like, why the hell would I work hard for nothing? Like I said earlier, like if you have no stake in the future, what incentive is there for you to like actually work harder than you have to? Or to like, you know, if you have no stake in the future via children or something else, what's the point? You have no incentive to work that damn hard. Just ain't worth it. You're right about the demoralization. Yep. But Greg Adams says single men are winning in 2020. Oh yeah, thumbs up, big boy. Thumbs up, boyos. You hear that, guys? We're all winning here. We're all fucking winning. 18-year-old kid killed himself today, and you know we're all winning, guys. No, are winning in 2020. Yeah, maybe if you're like Chad, and even Chad's he's not getting it as easy as he used to have it anymore. Like I don't know, he's still prime pickings, and compared to an incel, he's living a completely different reality, dude. But it's gonna reach a point where like even Chad's not gonna be good enough anymore. Like, and they're gonna be looking for like the Giga Chad or the Terra Chad now. Oh well, I'm sorry, you don't have the wealth of Elon Musk or Jeff Bezos. You're not good enough for me anymore, buddy. It's like, okay, like this is fucking absurd. I was thinking about this the other day, but what is the consequences of fewer men impregnating more women? Think about the genetic wreck that awaits our species will eventually become incestuous. Yeah, I mean, like, it's almost guaranteed that this has happened in the past because, like, things tend to, like, rhyme. History tends to rhyme or repeat itself, whatever you want to call it. So this is we probably have, I mean, it's almost guaranteed to happen in the past. I mean, I think it's a well-known fact that, like, via a mitochondrial DNA that we have more female ancestors than we have male ancestors. So obviously there was another a bottleneck in the past, and we got through it. But like you get through it with like some fucked up incest shit, not with some real shit. You know what I mean? It's better to have biodiversity and genetic diversity than it is to have a huge bottleneck and like 15 men have all the kids and okay, like eventually you are gonna have incest. The fucking wreck. In fact, actually, if you look at the I hate to use the black community as an example again, but this actually happens in the black community. In the inner cities, there's actually a lot of like unintentional incest in the ghetto. So like it's a huge bottleneck. Like somebody actually said this in one of my weekend chats before. I was talking about I wanting to have kids, and they were like, "Dude, like it's already like 10% of the men are already like fucking like 80% of the women, dude." So like the bottleneck's already there in the black community, especially in the ghettos. In the ghettos, it gets really bad because like it's already a an artificial environment. So like Pookie and Ray Ray are fucking Tisha, Felicia, and Shanae, and like okay, well Pookie and Ray Ray are like two dudes and they fucked five women. All of a sudden, those kids are born. They're out in school and they don't know that they're like half cousins or half brothers or half sisters. So they bang and it's like oh, all of a sudden you're getting the same traits over and over and over again. You're seeing it's already happening in certain communities. If you don't know who the father are in possible incest, the ghetto has that. Yeah, oh yeah, you already here you go. Ghetto has that problem. Even without that genetic problem that could occur, I think .co had a thread about it. Had a thread on it. In the ghetto, in the ghetto, in the ghetto. Yeah, I don't think society will ever fix this problem because like we have a huge aversion to ever doing anything about like the problem's too hard to talk about. Like because it requires telling people that your decision making is wrong and that the choices that you make, personal choices that you make are actually really fucking stupid and that they are hurting society at large. Like no people don't really care about society, they care about themselves. People don't care about something as nebulous and spurious as like greater society at large. Like nobody's watching that shit, dude. Or nobody gives a fuck about that shit. Not at all. Let's see. Eddie Murphy has about 10 kids. He's making Coming to America 2 with Amazon because the child support is biting his ass. Yeah, like these top tier men, dude, have like a fuckload of kids. It's crazy. Like Elon Musk has a fuckload of kids too. They all have like a fuckload of kids, dude. They all just fucking women like crazy because they can because like they have the money. Well, especially Elon Musk, he has the money to support it. Someone like Eddie Murphy, who's like a has been, he doesn't really have that kind of money anymore. But yeah, it's just crazy, dude. True. I don't know. It true. It true for who? It true. Nah, it's a wrap. Gilead and Handmaid's Tale is a possible scenario, just because the West would let it get that goddamn bad before they even recognize any issues. Yeah, like they don't. It's not the fact that they don't care. Most people don't even know this is even a problem. Like they view like incel as being, oh well, is like people probably won't care until women complain about it. But women are already complaining about saying there's not enough men to marry or not enough men of marriageable quality to marry because we've raised the standards for women, thinking that somehow it's almost like we thought that, hey, if we give women bachelor's degree, well then men will get master's degrees to get society. Well, this didn't happen because it became too expensive to definitely do that shit. So now we're sitting here, holding our fucking dicks, wondering, oh shit, how do we fix this problem now? Well, it's not gonna be fixed. Yeah, like you said, it's a wrap. Like you said, Jack Nickelback, it's a fucking wrap, dude. Like they aren't gonna fix this problem. There is no silver bullet this time to like fix the problem. Unless we go to like full on fascism or some shit, but even then, like it seems like problems don't get fixed unless it affects women. Rocky Horror Picture Show: Society must be protected. People don't care about fucking society, dog. Not really. They care about what society can do for them, but they don't care about society at large. Not really. There's very few people that can think that way. They can think on a societal level and how systems work and stuff like that. Past the point of no return. Yep. It's like a bullet. By the time you feel like you're already dead. Oh my omo shinderu. Not enough men. Lol, men outnumber women 1.2%. Dude. Ha. That actually doesn't matter, though, because like I said before, they don't even consider most men to be men. They consider like men to be like when they say men, they mean Chad. They mean like Jeff Bezos. Well, they don't mean Jeff Bezos. They mean Chad. They don't mean men in the way that you think they mean men. Like they mean like, oh well, they're looking at like top tier Chads who have the money and blah 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 and all that stuff. So they're looking for top tier Chads, looking for all these men are looking for the same fuck goddamn Don for the same type of men, and it's like, well, yeah, they don't consider most men to be men. Most men are just a utility to be used. They don't care about men as a overall, not at all. Just a joke about how selfish people are. Society is basically doomed. Nihilism is on the rise. I want to see how things turn out if they don't end up exploiting us. Or we go full slavery, dog. I don't know. They go full like, yeah, you're gonna be a slave now or a serf. You were effectively on the road to serfdom again. Happened before. It'll happen again. History rhymes, boys. How is Greg Adams a basketball coach when he's the same height as Willy Wonka's favorite Oompa Loompa? Oh my god. Like I said, looking like Krillin from Dragon Ball Z. The Black Krillin. Joke. Aha, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, my autism got in the way. Let's see. Enrique Corden. Or at that guy. They can't exploit you. They need men to force things, but if it's men that are pissed, how do they make anyone do anything? Amazon squads. Oh yeah, they're gonna have the a wage cage. We're gonna have a. So I can pull that fucking wage cage up. The wage cage. Wagey, and a cagey. Can't find the wage gauge. Fuck. What did I put it at? The wage gauge. Amazon squad. Fuck. Dun, 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 dun. Where the fuck's the wage gauge? Wage cage. Wage cage. Wagey, and a cagey. Can I find this wage cage? Fuck. Amazon squad. Fuck. Here we go. Found it. Perfect. Share screen. Share screen. Select screen 2. Allow. Yeah, it's gonna be like this, guys. Amazon squad shows up at your house, force you into a wage cage to go pick items for the bourgeoisie class. Late stage capitalism eventually dissolves into feudalism as classes become more stratified and social mobility becomes non-existent. Yep. Like, unironically, the rise of leftism is exactly, like, they're somewhat correct. Like, leftists are correct in their assessment of the capitalist system. I just disagree with their solutions to it. But I'm not sure what other solutions we have, other than we end up in a wage cage like this guy. The Amazon squad shows up at your house. Okay, the only way they can enslave men is by mechanical means like robots. But if you are advanced enough to do that, you are advanced enough to make gynoids and get their loyalty anyway. And beyond that, we also have a massive amount of like firearms in this country. Now, whether or not the men will actually use them or not, it's completely, yeah. But yeah, it would be really hard to enslave an American. But if you blow the frog slowly, and they don't realize it. Well, hell, you never know. On point, boy. Yeah, thank you, Don. There you go, boy. I think it was TFM. Not sure, that said that economy runs on eggs. Aw, shit. Smog be mogged. What's up, Mog? Wagey, and a cagey, like I said. Who is all this? Oh no, not Chainlink. Whatever. Crypto so like set it and forget it. I don't even care anymore. Time to roll up. Let's see. Stop sharing. There we go. Yeah, I brought this up earlier, but has anyone else noticed the whole like crimson pill, instead of being called red pill now, it's called crimson pill now? I wonder if it gets become like a banned word on YouTube and people know that now. I'm not quite sure. I asked Don, but he didn't say anything about it. But I noticed that like some people are using that phrasing now. I wonder if it has something to do with the whole banning thing, where like, oh, you can't if you use the wrong word, you'll end up banned and not get monetized. I mean, at this point, like, MGTOW is becoming more just as bad as like PUA when it comes to like the whole monetization thing. It's all about getting your money. The crimson pill is the red pill now, effectively. Like, oh, you get the crimson pill, you're red pilled. Here's one for you guys. And then for no reason at all, So you can read that. Like, and then for no reason at all, people voted Hitler into power. Like, this is the mindset people have. That like people do bad things because like, oh, it just happened. It's like, no, like shit doesn't just happen. Shit goes down and then shit happens. Like, what kind of society are we living in where like this is acceptable? Where like you have a literal kid here and a furry. The fuck is this shit? Anyway, yeah, we'll get banned anyway in a month or so. Yeah, like they're like they're trying so hard to keep their cash flow going, but like really in reality, they're like the powers that be don't want MGTOW. They don't want the red pill catching on. Not that they care about red pill anymore, but like they don't want the red pill, and they certainly don't want the black pill catching on. Like black pill channels probably have the least amount of like subscribers ever right now because like nobody really like it's so unpopular. It's such an unpopular opinion to have on YouTube. To become like you can't say anything anymore. Like they're becoming so PC and like, but there's nowhere else to go if you want an audience. I guess you could use what's it called, DLive or what's the place called, BitChute. Heard those two are pretty good, and I might if I had like the I might do BitChute if things get bad enough here. But then again, I'm also not in this thing for the money either, so I don't really care. Like it's not my job, so. Modern MGTOW strongman narrative equals Clint Eastwood cope. Yeah. Lone Wolf Alpha Warrior cope. Yeah, and then I didn't realize, I guess, when Infomatics talked about how like the cortisol in your brain will destroy your brain anyway. So it was like, yeah, like so like that Alpha Warrior type thing might get your ass killed anyway. Oh God, no! Don't bring up the dog pill. We don't talk about that pill here. The issue is that MGTOW say life is better alone because women create hella issues empowered by government. True, but they still have instincts when we want satisfied. It's a catch-22. Like life is easier alone. Like, but people don't realize how much you need human contact. People downplay how much you need. It's not just female contact; it's human contact in general. Like how much you need to talk to people, how much you need to interact with people, how much you need to hang out with people and talk to them and be intimate with people and stuff like that. People don't realize how important that is to like being human, and like to downplay that and say, oh, you don't need anybody to just become a lone wolf and sit in your house while you're balding and eat Cheetos and collect cars and collect guns. Like, dude, once the dopamine hit stop hitting from you buying the new fucking the GTX 3080 graphics card and the new fucking CPU, like it's not gonna work out in your favor. Like it's just not. Like you're gonna come to realize that like all that shit's hollow as fuck, and that you were probably better off like with that. Like even though she's crazy, like I think it's cope to completely say, oh, you don't need women. It's like, okay, like I don't know, like Infomatics or First, he got me kind of hit on that one real quick. I'm like, yeah, he's kind of right. It's cope. Honestly, black pill is probably the only acceptable pill. Like you eventually either settle for less or just die alone. I've been on the purple pill and Reddit, kind of see where both sides are coming from. Nope. Laugh my ass off. Oh God. Fascism is the answer. As said before, you'd end up ruled by Chads. Hitler wasn't a Chad, lol. Hitler. Fuck. All right, buddy. I know what you meant, but damn. Oh shit. The only reason of how to live is Gears of War 5. After I play it, I'll probably kill myself. Don't do it. Don't rope. Or God of War 5 or Gears of War 5. Gotta be God of War. Sometimes I think these pills or whatever, I'm sure you've seen FDS, female dating strategies. I think it's a reactionary appeal to MGTOW. I oftentimes wonder if Elise or whatever want people to be more lonely. God of War, I knew what you meant. I knew you meant that. I'm like, Gears of War? Like, dude, Gears of War's dead as fuck. Like, fuck me. Like, you might as well have already wrote by now. Yeah, anyway. Yeah, I'm not sure if they want you more lonely, but there's money to be made in human suffering. Like the more you suffer, the fatter you get, the more you have to go to the gym. So it keeps the gyms in business. The more lonely you are, the more medication you're on. So it keeps the pharmaceutical industry in business. Like they don't really care. It's just like market incentives are there to like privatize off your suffering, dude. They don't care about you at all, though. If you're suffering and then they can make money off your suffering, they'll do it. They just do not care about you. Didn't they have programs to get the genes of the SS spread by German women, married or not? Damn. God of War, yeah. Have you heard of a science fiction book called V for Zachariah? About a girl that survives the nuclear apocalypse but gets hunted down by the only surging male incel who wants to be smashed. What? Only surviving? Wow. He's trying to save the world, dude. He's trying to save humanity. They won't let him do it. Remember the GMCs? They need you. Surviving. Yeah. Well, yeah, they're preparing for war. They're preparing for war, so they use Chad's healthy offspring to fight the war. Huh? That makes sense. Call suffering, then reap benefit. Yeah, obviously. Like this is what the entire system's built off of, is like profiting off of human suffering. Like if you're getting into a like, is your parent dying? Okay, well, we're gonna profit off of that. Are you fat? Okay, we're gonna shove diet pills down your throat and say, oh, buy this pill, buy that pill. Everything's about the pill, dude. Everything's about buying something or trying to get you exploited. I mean, like this is the whole point of capitalism in general. It's all about making money. It's all about how can you exploit the most people as possible in the least, probably in the most unethical way. How many things can you, how many pieces of red tape can you cut and regulations can you break to fuck people over? I'm an ignorant cell. What's a GMC? Good shit. Yeah, boy. Genetically modified cat girls. We must make Animu real. I agree. Ron Paul will make Animu real. Well, I was told anyway. If there was ever a way to go, this is the way I want to go. Actually, this is the way I want to go. This is this way right here. This is the way we all got to go. This is all we want. Just breathe in slow. Sounds like Alien 3. It's not possible for fascist government to know more. That's why I call it cope. No, thank you, man. Well, suit yourself. Yeah, suit yourself, dude. This is why that movie, The Matrix, so like profound when it comes to like, it talks about a lot of things, but like people ignore like the whole battery, because like it kind of gets overlooked, like the human battery thing. But like, yeah, it's all about exploiting the human body or exploiting human suffering. So we're gonna throw people into a matrix, exploit their suffering, to power the fucking machine world and call it a day. Like we can keep making more and more human beings, keep machines running and yada yada yada, and keep life relatively stable. One thing I have been thinking about is how I'm wondering if like in my low tier normie or in my low tier normies, I'm wondering if they're actually more likely to be blue pilled than a normie, than a high tier normie. Like, hear me out real quick. I'm wondering if because they're so low tier, like they have this like idea, like they don't want to believe that, like it's almost like when you're like poor, but you don't want to believe that you're poor. So like you make up excuses, like for example, like in this country, nobody's really poor. We call them the lower middle class. We call them the lower middle class. Like think about how crazy that is. Nobody's poor in America. It's just lower middle class. So we end up with like this like concept of like, well, you're not really an incel. You're just true force loneliness, or you're just having a dry spell, dude. Or you're gonna find a woman eventually, and like you internalize that. So like the people who are higher tier normies, like they actually know female nature pretty well, even if they might be blue pill, but they know, but then because they're around women so often, they actually know it pretty well. But because the incel or the incel in denial is an incel, it's almost like back in the days of like incel tears versus incel what's it called, brain cells, when that was going on. Like those, and people on incel tears were also incels as well, but they were like so anti incel because like they thought it would like get them clout in like the from like people who were like regular people. I'm wondering if like the people who are like, oh, the worst enemy really isn't the high tier normie. It's more like the other incels who are like the blue pilled incel, like a cipher, basically. What I'm gonna call it. I hate to use the Matrix analogy. I know Daniel hates it, but it's there. Have you watched Europa: The Last Battle? Nope. Is anyone gonna watch The Matrix 4? Apparently, it's going woke. I don't know. Oh yeah, did anybody hear? Speaking of woke, did anybody hear about Ellen Page or Elliot Page now? Like, where the fuck did that one come from? First she came out as a lesbian, and now she's like, "Oh, I'm trans now." By the way, that's some MK Ultra shit, dude. I swear to God, I don't know, man. That shit seems really odd to me. Like, there's so many. It feels like just like a lot of celebrities coming out as being like trans or some sort of like weird they or them or they're polyamorous or whatever they call that shit, or being some weird meme sort of like sexuality instead of just being straight. I'm not sure. I don't know where this stuff's coming from, dude. I know where it's coming from. It's just scary. The original draft, I think, was about using humans as a form of RAM. You could create the Matrix by believing in it. Huh. I don't like Matrix movies. BS postmodernists. It's a pseudo-philosophy that ripped off Dark City. Of course, 2 and 3 were good. Were so good. Hell no. I've been called normie on some level, on some forms apparently, because I'm not ugly enough. Although I've had sex before, but still, yeah, you might be a cyborg, dude. Like you might actually be like a cyborg who you've ascended at least once. You're kind of like me. Like I've ascended at least once. This kind of comes down to like you're having like a massive dry spell, and it's like you're wondering why. In my case, I was fat, so I was Volcel, but in your case, it might just be like some like some crazy shit. I don't know what your life experience is like, but like I'm not ugly enough to would I would consider myself to be an incel. I just I think the philosophy and the ideas are actually really neat and they're important to talk about. Low tier normie, not a truth though, makes nothing easier though. Yeah, like you're incel-ish. Like you might be like on the edge of like, okay, well you don't look that ugly, dude. So you might be like a 6, maybe a 5. You're not like ugly. You're not like a 3, like a 4. Where you're just completely like a busted in the face. Incel was cheers with white knightism run amok. It was really bad. Oh my god, it was like really bad. And eventually they got the whole forum banned or Brainfield banned. I was like, come on, man. That's why Simpre should be outlawed. Good luck with that one. So does that make Ellen Page straight now? Dude, I have no clue. I have no clue. I don't even know anymore. What happened? True to what? I don't know what we're talking about up here. True. Explain Ellen Page's story. Was she actually born a dude and I'm like has now revealed she was a dude, or a female that's now decided to be a guy to kickstart her career? Or has now been revealed? Yeah. Female to quote unquote male. Is she gonna get the whole surgery done or what? I don't even know. Like I said, I don't really care. But like I do find like the it seems like the art world has like a lot of they freaks in it, but like a lot of like weird people in it, man. Like I don't know. I watched Sargon of Akkad's video. I like his content quite a bit. Sargon or Carl Benjamin, I guess whatever he goes by now. He had a video about like the like destruction of beauty and how like we're taking it seems like the left has this tendency to take things that are beautiful and destroy them, and like they have this desire to make things more ugly. I guess I'm not sure what the whole idea is behind it, but like it was a really interesting video and really interesting take on like why you see so much of this crap in the from the left. She's a cosplaying. She's a woman cosplaying as a man because apparently biology is something you believe in. Yeah, yeah. I don't know what's going on. I think that the film world they don't call it Hollywood for nothing, dude. But the place is fucking weird. Get some water real quick. Get back on the saddle. All right. There we go. I'm pretty sure there have been stories about like people who go like they go full male, or they go full female, whatever you want to call it, or they go from like female to male, and then they realize that being a male sucks ass, so they want to go back. And I've also heard that like apparently, I guess transgenderism seems to be pretty rampant if for people that have autism, because like they're pretty impressionable or pretty easy to they're pretty malleable still, so you can kind of like change them into being trans on some level via manipulation. So it's a pretty insidious thing to like that this stuff's is becoming more pervasive on some level. And a lot of women are actually claiming to be like trans now too. It's really weird. I don't know. It's got to be some like biological or some like super organism shit. I don't know. The only reason she won't be an incel now is because she's a movie star. If she was really a man, she would have roped 20 years ago. Oh my god. You're not wrong, buddy. You're not wrong. Beyonce, I don't know about that one. I know she definitely didn't have her own kid, that's for sure. That was a surrogate for sure in her case. Let's see. It seems like society's answer to like the whole demographic decline, or the whole decline in birth rates, has just been to like immigration. But even then, like they tend to come here and then they become Americanized, and it just gets worse. And like the whole world's becoming more westernized and more progressive, or whatever you want to call it. So eventually, we're gonna hit we're gonna reach a point where like there's not gonna be enough people of like having children to even like make up for like the people you can bring over here. You know what I mean? Like to actually bring people over here for immigration policy. So I don't know what the hell the long term solution to this problem is. Or hell, for all I know, I mean, if the system's always self-correct, so who knows? Maybe the system will just be like, hey, or the overall system's gonna be like, well, hey, we need some sort of like weird government shit or some other weird policy to get us out of this. Mental illness enabled as progressive. Yeah. It's amazing to me how quick things have moved from like back in the 1950s to now. And there's people alive now who remember the way old things used to work. And they remember like, oh, this is not how life used to be. Like, why do we have this weird shit now? I think I remember Tariq Nasheed showing how people behind transgenderism and transhumanism were the damn same a lot of the time, especially as far as funding millionaires and billionaires. Huh. So like basically trying to change the human body to be something that's not, trying to stay alive longer, trying to live the longest life you can. Sure how I feel about that shit. I mean, like, would I want to live forever? Fuck no, dude. Shit's too much. But in theory, you could become like a machine god. So like, coming from a third world country, there's definitely a difference in values. I sometimes wonder if they warned us about the family unit being destroyed. It's almost a cheat. Oh, dude, destroyed the black family unit, at least in black community. Like, if you want to see what the breakdown society looks like, all you always have to do is look at the black community. Inundated with feminism first. We had a huge feminist spike before the white community did. So we've always had we don't need no man thing type shit. You know, we've always had that thing going around. That's long as our women are very snippy. They don't respect masculinity at all. The family doesn't even exist. We had the most children born out of wedlock. Like, it's insane. Like, if how the breakdown looks like, once again, look at the black community. Like, I'm not here to like knock on black people because I am black. I'm saying that like the black community is like an example of like, if you want to see what failed, it's there. You're looking right at it. Just go to a black ghetto. On. It's almost like a guinea pig for all like the social policies, and then now it's like, oh well, but they almost like, it's almost some of it got out to the like, oh my god, it's spreading now, it's spreading. What do we do to stop it? Oh shit. Well, you can't stop it. See, we're all victims of social experiments being done on us, yeah, without our consent or even knowledge of. Yep. Whoa. Am I breaking up a little? Adjust my mic real quick. Doop-a-doo. I'm actually on my home internet, so I should sound pretty good. Feminism, simps, stepdads are in replacement of patriarchy by state as father, husband. Yep. Yeah, it was all done to the black community. You know, you have the welfare state came in, it destroyed the black family because women didn't need men in the house anymore, so you got rid of them. Like, what's the point? Yeah, it's all been destroyed, and they don't respect the men anymore because like, well, I don't need no man. It's all there. It's all there. Just look at the black community. Just look at it. It could be me. I'm clicking on your comments and it's not loading them pretty fast. So there we go. It's going a little faster now. Oh, okay, so it's got to be me. Do I sound good now? I guess I got to sound good now, I think. No one's complaining about it anymore. Nah, I heard the breaking up too. Okay, so Work that body, work that body. There we go. You sound okay. Sometimes I hear about how some people can't afford to have a baby. There are so many variables when it comes to the decline of birth rates, like we only make enough to keep our head above water. Some of that comes down to like the American lifestyle. You know, people eat out too much, people do this too much, people do that too much. But there is the destruction of the middle class has been very, very obvious from day one. It's becoming smaller and smaller. It's becoming harder and harder to climb up the social ladder now. And it's getting to the point now to where like you basically like you either make it or you don't. It's getting really shitty now, and you know, the world's getting harder and harder to do anything in now at this point. You know, like, you can't make it in most major cities. You need at least like to be making like six figures to even make it halfway. You know, the housing costs like millions of dollars in cities. Like there's like townhomes, like two townhouses in the neighborhood where I rent from right now. They sold for like $600,000. I'm like, what for townhouses? For a townhouse, not like a real house, a townhouse. And I'm like, what in the literal hell is going on? Like, it's crazy. So like some of it's true, some of it's a multifaceted problem. It's a economic, obviously, that's very nature. It's social via feminism. You know, it's socioeconomic, obviously. So you know, the feminism didn't do any favors. The decline of men, the men just being overall treated worse. You know, the economy being not shit, but the economy just being kind of like you're either working a decent job or a low tier shit job. So there is no in between anymore where you're working like a factory job anymore, so you're fucked. You know, it's all there. The government policy not being amicable to having children anymore. Even when they get with these massive tax credits, they don't do anything. You sound okay? Okay, good. So we're already below replacement. It's just the effects are delayed. Yeah. And the only reason America is doing halfway decent, is doing halfway good, is because we have South America to tap in from to grab more people. Like Americans aren't having kids. We're just dragging people in from third world countries to replace our declining birth rates. That's the only way that we can keep above replacement level right now. And at this point, and that's why you're seeing so much of this like a nationalism from the right. It's like, well, you're replacing us. It's the consequences of people wanting to live this ideal life that is economically not viable. Yeah, like people don't want to go back. Nobody wants to fail. Nobody wants to be seen as a failure, and because of that, you end up with people who are afraid to take risk. You end up with people who are nobody wants to be the guy that like, you know, they're working 3 jobs to support a family because like, you know, because that's considered to be a failure nowadays. Like you fucked up somewhere down the line. You had kids. You fucked up. like nobody wants to fail anymore. And it's like I said this in one of my other videos about the juggernaut law. Like nobody wants to fail. Nobody wants to fail. So like it's become very, very high stakes. You either succeed or you fail, and nobody wants to fail. And we haven't allowed things to fail. We haven't allowed the housing market to fail adequately to let prices go back down. We haven't let the job market really seriously correct at all. Like we haven't let anything fail. And sometimes failure is important because it lets things kind of go back to baseline. Not in our lifetime, my buddy. A beta male revolution when. It's dead ass down to female choices, in my opinion. There is no way the fact that the way they choose to mate and act politically affects almost every aspect of society adversely somehow. Yeah. Oh my god, like. Once again, look at the black community. Given the choice between an educated lame or a thug, they're picking the thug, dude, every time. They're picking the thug every time because they can. They pick the thug every single time, and they do it because the thug, he's exciting, he's hot, and he's, BBC meme. The lame guy, he's a regular guy. The thug, he's got the mouthpiece, he got it all. So like, yeah, they're making. This is what I said earlier. Where like you have to criticize people's choices, their personal life choices that they made, and tells them that, hey, you're hurting society at large when women at large make these choices. But the problem is, no one wants to hear that. Like, would you like it if somebody walked up to you and said, hey, man, your choices suck ass, dude? Like, nobody wants to hear that at all. But it's true. It's sort of like me that down here, I ate some McDonald's today. Like, no, I'm not like 300 pounds anymore like I used to be, but like, like I gotta watch my weight still. I gotta, work out. I worked out today, so I'm good to go. But like, it's almost like if I eat like this every single night, and then I'm wondering, man, why am I gaining more weight? Why am I 350 pounds again? What happened? It's like, well, obviously you ate too much food, you idiot. Like, yeah, but no one wants to hear that. No one wants to hear the truth. This is why the black pill's so unpopular, because no one wants to hear the fucking truth. Soon the future will be like that Black Mirror episode 2. Let's see. I'd say before 2030, maybe before 2025, if it's good bad enough. Just imagine the incel race in 2025. It'll be at like 6% of men globally. I believe. Oh, probably worse than that, dude. It's probably already that bad right now. Yeah. This is what the whole failed normie thing is kind of all, not all about, but it's kind of part of it. Like, these people here think that, oh, it's just a drought, it's just a dry spell. And that's not a dry spell, dude. Like, if you're like been dry for a few fucking years, though, you're incel. Like, if you're months, okay, you're incel-ish. It's been a few years, yeah, dog. You might want to like really acquire that label of incel and call it a day. You're like, everybody thinks they're a temporarily embarrassed a millionaire, and not like poor. Oh, I'm a millionaire, but I'm temporarily embarrassed. I lost all my money in the stock market one day on a bad trade, but I'm temporarily in the state of mind here. I'll make it eventually, though. It's like, I don't know, man. I only have to look at my own mother and sisters to know women cannot make smart choices on their own. Some women can, but I'm not going to do a not all women are like that argument, because I think most of them make, especially when they're young, make shitty choices. I think men make much more economical choices when they're younger than women do, even if men make really fucking dumb choices. Like, the choices that men make aren't nearly as bad as the ones that women make. Like, women make choices that like ruin their lives and the lives of their children as well. Like, if you end up like sleeping with Chad or Tyrone one night and you get knocked up, well, and Chad and Tyrone don't take care of that kid, you fucked up 2 lives. Like, you fucked up 2 lives. Not just one. So I think it'll get bad. That people will have to admit it. If it does get to that point, what should the 6% of men do? Well, viva la revolution. As do I, but it might take a lot to get over the hump that, despite your achievements in life, you're just societal genetic trash. Yeah, like, at least back then in the 50s, you could beta bucks. Like, it wasn't, and maybe back then you didn't call it that, so it didn't feel as bad to call it that. But like, at the end of the day, you had options. Like, the ugly chick, she might be forced to settle for you because she didn't have the ability to work anymore, dude. With women working now, like, women working has completely destroyed the whole concept of beta bucksing now. Now you have to be Chad and 6 foot tall, at least 6'1", 6'2", be chiseled jaw, be halfway decent looking, slay in bed, because women don't need your money anymore. Like, they don't need it anymore. So like, you're just Like a beta bucksing was how most men actually got women, and now it's like, oh, that's gone now. You know, on some level that's a good thing, but on a lot of levels, you fucked over a lot of people, dude. Huh, good stuff. What's your calorie intake per day? On an average day, I probably, when I'm not trying to cut, like I'm on a cut right now because I'm kind of like bloated up right now from Thanksgiving, so I'm trying to like cut the water weight down and trying to get back to like my regular weight. But other than tonight when I cheated, but for the most part though, I normally eat like 800 calories a day, if even that, which is probably too little. But on a regular bulk day, I might eat like 2,500 calories, maybe 2,000 calories, like a regular 2,000 calorie diet. I'm not trying to get like super duper big anyway, so I'm not trying to get like massively huge or nothing like that. But just trying to get kind of toned and muscle, and then call it a day. But my biggest thing is trying to lose weight, or I already lost weight, but I want to lose a little bit more weight and be at a more reasonable weight size, and then call it a day there, and then keep maintaining what I got. But I go to the gym every day. I hit the gym every day. I'm a major gym cell. I don't even do it to gym max though. I just go to the gym because I think it's just therapeutic a little bit. You know, it's kind of fun. Work out, hit the gym, hit the weights, pump out a few reps, and then go home. I've actually been doing one meal a day for a long time. Damn, I used to eat at least 3,000 calories. Damn. And yeah, when you work like a real job, when you work like a real hardcore job and workout, yeah, you got to be eating the calories hard. But like in my case, dude, I work as an office job, so I can't be eating like crazy like that. You know, I work out every day, but like I said, I don't be like hitting the, you know, I try to eat like pretty damn low because I know I work a sedentary job. It's really easy to get caught in like the whole snack thing, or people bringing platters of food and shit like that and get fatter and fatter and fatter. That's what happened at my first job. I got like super duper huge, but lost that weight now, so I'm trying to keep it off and stay relatively healthy. The problem I have is like water weight. I gained so much water weight really fast. It doesn't really matter because like it's water, but like it still feels kind of shitty when you're all bloated up. Gym selling is the best cope that I think you can possibly do. I think it's a really good cope. If you're gonna cope at all, at least go to the gym. A food cope is bad cope. Don't eat yourself to death. Let's keep looking around here. Your channel. I'm food coping, I guess. Oh, don't do it, buddy. Don't do it. Oh, dude, you have no clue. I used to be 350. I was huge. I got down to 220, and then I kind of gained to like I can't say I gained fat back, but I've been bulking up on muscle, so I must have gained at least like 6 7 pounds of muscle this year. Cause I gained muscle like super easily, so I'm up to like 230 right now, 235. I kind of been fluctuating between like 235, 240 for like a month now, so I think I'm like more like 232 or something. But I've been hitting the gym pretty hard since they just opened back up in my area. Back when COVID ended, I've been hitting the gym hard, like doing weights, lifting up every day. So feel more on muscle and actually feel more mobile and impressed with what I can do. Yeah, dude. Like, yeah, I'm so much more impressed with the way I look now. Like, it's crazy. It's insane because like I'm actually getting more and more matches on stuff like Hinge. Like, I actually do get matches on Hinge. It's crazy how much better I look compared to what I used to look like. That's why I'm saying I used to be fat though. I was fat as well, so for sure. The only real rope I have, real rope. Oh God, don't rope. Don't do it, Daniel. The only real cope I have now is writing my novel. Novel coping is legit. I can see that. Like making a journal. You have the best genetics for muscle building. What be for being black? Yeah, I'd believe it. Oh yeah, me and my brother. Like my brother was looking at me. He was like, "Dude, you gained so much muscle in such a short amount of time." I'm like, "Yeah, dude," because like we just got some good genes, dude. It's crazy. What's your goal? Is trying to get toned, or I'm just trying to get toned in general. I'm not trying to get like super duper big. I'm just trying to get toned. Um, I think that my freaking legs are like tree trunks. So like I'm like my legs are crazy huge right now. I need to like stop doing so many leg days or something, dude. My legs are getting huge in a good way. I'm like, oh my god. But yeah, I need to pick up some sort of fasting. Right now I do a one meal a day most days, and that's how I've been losing my weight. But or been keeping it off. I guess I'm an occultism culprit, so I would do it regardless. As above, so below, my friend. As the universe is a soul. The principle of correspondence, rhythm, cause and effect. Um, what are the other ones? Gender, all those Hermes, Trismegistus stuff. Yeah, I like that guy. The Kabbalion. I haven't read a lot of that stuff before, but I know a little bit. Try writing sexual fantasy novels. Oh God. Any kind of art coping is legit. Also, greetings, my dude. What's going on? Junior Alberto Escobar. Working out doesn't help me. I don't feel better. I don't look better. Are you like really skinny or really fat? I mean, I don't trying to like doctor here, but are you like big or are you small? Small people have a hard time. Small people got to eat a lot to get big. You got to like eat like a fuckload of food. I recommend PB and J if you're gonna try to bulk up. Just eat a bunch of sandwiches and pizza and shit. It's a dirty bulk, but better than being skinny as a stick. Beware of art hoes though; they are the worst. Oh my god, I have a friend who's like big into art hoes. He's big into like he likes dating like he got like really engrossed into like Scott Pilgrim versus the World when he was like a kid or he's growing up. So it was like that was like his movie, and like he really believes in the whole like manic pixie girl, whatever they call it. And he's like every girl he dates looks like a girl from like Scott Pilgrim. It's like really bad. And he's been in like a bunch of relationships, dude, but they are always fucking like horrible. Gym coping or working out coping can be a lifesaver, my dudes. Yeah, I love it. I go to ride my bicycle from 3 to 4 hours whenever I feel the need to press all F4 on life. Shit. Sometimes you just need to blow off some steam. Yeah, I go to the gym every day after work because after the work stress is good off. It's a good way to like just like concentrate on something. You're pumping iron. You're on the elliptical for about 40 minutes to an hour. You're pumping out your getting your cardio in, getting your weightlifting in. Yeah, Kabbalion Corporate. Yeah, yeah, boy. Funny you should say that. Yeah, skinny and short. Oh, you gotta eat. You gotta eat, buddy. Eat some pizza. Go order a few Papa John's pizzas and eat them. Wait, what would an incel fantasy novel even look like? Probably an anime, harem anime. That's true. It's gotta be a harem anime. Let's see. Keep their traditions going. Let's see. All right, sorry. I was typing something. Coping in general, the opposite side of the coin is anger, is passion. Scott Pilgrim is an unintentional black pill. Normo Light beat battles the 7 ex Chad friends of his one itis just so she could go look at him. I'm about to fix the pizza. Dang. Look at me, dude. Look at me. Just predicting shit. Look at this shit. The fuck? I was gonna say fourth not consensual. Oh god. Jim Massing is in order to get women can be the greatest black pill for some guys can get. You should work. You should work out coping for the endorphins and health related benefits. Otherwise, it can be quite a shock. Oh yeah. There's plenty of people, dude, who basically like they constantly like email. I'll send you a slice. Okay, buddy. Yeah, they'll constantly they'll gym cope if only to get women, and that's like the worst way to do it. You should be gym coping for like gym coping for the health benefits for it, but by far, getting a woman should be like secondary or even tertiary to that. The one I'm working on is about a young idealist who becomes disillusioned and embittered by his experiences. Ah, I got banned off of Tinder last week. I got banned off Tinder like one time, and I made a new account just on my other phone. Not that I care that much about it. I don't even use Tinder anymore because I got way more action on Hinge. But yeah, I told this girl she was a train wreck because like her profile literally said you have to pay to be my boyfriend. I'm like, okay, that's fucking dumb. And she looks like a freaking like trying to like obviously trying to like get people to go on her OnlyFans or something like that. So I was like, whatever, dude. Didn't you see the Chad only sign on the front page? Yeah. Email me a slice. I'll send you a slice. Oh boy. What kind of pizza is it, buddy? Also, another good cope is cooking. I like cooking a lot too. I do a lot of cooking on my own now. Since I when I started losing weight, I started to cook at home more often. It's definitely become more of like a passion of mine now. Definitely kind of cook and come up with different recipes and stuff like that. It's pretty good. Pretty fun to do it. Have you seen those guys who practice like crazy with a musical instrument because they think they're gonna get the woman? who who does that? There are tons of chads in arts. Yeah, or there's tons of chads in like acting. Red Baron pizza, Red Baron pepperoni, man, good old boy, classic crust. Whew. Cooking is amazing, bro. Yeah, I love cooking. I love cooking, dude. It's fun. It's fun to sit down and like take spices and put them together and make something kind of like interesting out of them. It really is a good cope if you can get into it. People do that to get women. How blue pill can you be? Yeah, I was like, how crazy can you be? Yeah, I worked a catering job where I worked in the kitchen. Best job I ever had. Do you have to learn how to cook? I guess you must have. You had to work in the kitchen, so. I did that. I took up drum to impress my one eyed. The one who said she hated me. Wow. Holy shit. The things we do to cope. The things we do for love. I was 14 at the time. Excuses, excuses. Look at you. Funny enough, growing up, I was never blue pilled. I always assumed women were shallow. I don't know how most guys don't see it. The funny thing about me is that like when I say I'm a failed normie, I failed so many times. I had like so many times to like get a girlfriend, even when I was fat, and I just like let it slip by because I didn't even know they were like trying to flirt with me. I was like really dumb. That fucking anime cope because I guess somebody saw my a decent face under all the fat. I don't know how the hell it's possible. I was like I said, 350 pounds, dude. That was huge. What's your IQ? Fuck if I know, buddy. One of the greatest black pills I saw was when my morbid obese a female relative got pregnant and the kid looked like a white Chad. She even got married, whereas fat cells are doomed. Oh, dude, fat cells. Yeah, I mean, it's true. No one could be that bad times 1,000. That's how. I cooked some rice and chicken teriyaki. I think I spelled it right. Regardless, amazing. Hey man, spell it. Spell teriyaki any way you want to spell it. What's your IQ, dude? Fuck if I know. Probably like 115, 120. I guess it's also a cultural thing too. Most white cultures also give women the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, in black culture, we don't give women the benefit of it at all. We just assume they're all kind of ratchet and hoes until proven otherwise. I think this is the reason why people say that black people are like naturally black pilled because we've always had like we've never been able to debate about because we never had a lot of money. So like we always kind of had to like we never had a lot of money, so we always had to be good with women in other ways, which meant like a BBC pill or a mouthpiece maxing. So when Chad is good with kids, he is father material. When a below 8 guy is good with kids, watch out, he's a pedo. Fuck this world. That's interesting. Okay. The West assumes that the woman is a moral Madonna. The East assumes she is a hoe. Damn. A difference between social and physical restraint of their actions. I forget where I read that or read that. Race relations funny enough. I always attract black chicks, a few white chicks, and never any Latina ladies. When I was younger, I attracted a lot of black girls. Before I got fat, when I was in middle school, thinking back now, there was this girl that really liked me a lot. Like she really liked me a lot. It's crazy. And then there was this one Asian girl who really liked me a lot too. Well, kinda. She gave me her number at the very end of the year, which I was surprised by. And then I didn't get a lot of. Well, actually, no, there was this one white girl who liked me in community college as well, which I was surprised by. She was pretty hot. And then there was this. Then went through a huge dry spell for a long time after that. And then when I worked at my last job, this girl was obviously a gold digger, liked me a lot, but she was a she's a digger, so I figured better not do it because I like just graduated and like I got my brand new job, and she was like all over me at that point. And I'm like, yeah, screw that shit. And then yeah, and then here I am now. It's true though. Even Greeks and Romans knew that women be trusted. Like you gotta like people think that like our our ancestors were like idiots, but like in some ways they were smarter than we were. In some ways they were much smarter than we were. Oh, if you look at like the French, like when the French got taken over by the Germans, like the women just like let it happen. They didn't care. Like they don't care about nation. They don't care about country or pride or anything like that. They care about how do I survive. That's all I care about. Many male teachers have given up teaching because it is a minefield of accusations waiting to happen. At least here in Mexico, you can see more and more female teachers. The education is dying. God, I need to get some more water. Jesus Christ. Black people are raised to be concubines. Oh yeah. I remember BJ's video on that. It was a really good video. Bookworms like us are aberrations and tossed away. Yep. Black men, I mean. The women are raised to be independent, if not leaders. Yep. It's a gynocracy. Think it was Sophocles who said that a woman's oath is written on water. Oh my god. Dang. That is hardcore. That's a good one though. Not only that, but depending on where you teach, it can be more of a hassle than a job. Yeah. Education is a joke. Yeah, public education is a fucking joke. Women and merchants have no loyalty. Oh shit. Let's see. Hell yeah, teaching nowadays could be a living nightmare, more of a suicidal fuel than dating market. I couldn't imagine being a male teacher nowadays, dude. It's gotta be rough. My package here yet? Running late? Of course it's running late. Whatever. Fucking Amazon. I wonder how life is for kids in school right now. Like, I wonder how a dating game works right now that kids are out of school. Like it can't be working very well at all, or kids just like hooking up on social media now. Like first he's saying, I don't know if that's true or not, but what you get? I actually got a gift from my brother, so supposed to be showing up. Supposed to show up today, but show up tomorrow, I guess. Whatever. Amazon Squad, I will never forget that. Fucking oh god, sweet god, where is it? If I can find it again. The Amazon Squad. Look at this shit. The Wage Cage. Got Bread and Circus. What the fuck's it? Wage Cage. Look at this shit. Who the hell wants to be this guy? Like, share screen. Like, who wants to be this guy? Come on. Fucking smiley face in this fucking thing. Hey guys, are you streaming tomorrow and Saturday or just today? Definitely not tomorrow. Maybe Sunday. I don't know. Depends on how I'm feeling. I normally only do one a weekend. Is there a position in society where women don't have more power than men nowadays? Even a president could get brought down by false accusation. Women in the military now, so you may have the chance to use that soon. I have a few cousins in school still, and a few staying at home. Sure, socializing in their life is going to be delay them. I don't know if it will say, but communication wise, yeah. Ha 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 ha. Yeah, it's pretty funny. I mean, come on, look at this. What the fuck? Who would have guessed that RoboCop future was the correct one? Yeah, come on. Who would have guessed this shit, dude? It's even true because, like, if you look at the cities, like the cities got ransacked and destroyed, and all the real estate's going down now, and people are buying it for cheap now. It's like, okay, this is weird. It's the same thing that happened in RoboCop. I want to believe in YouTube, but it only showed me your streaming 75, 50 minutes after it started. Damn. I'll be on for another like half hour, at least probably more than that, if people are still interested in talking. But yeah, I'll be on for a while. I got nothing but better to do tonight. So yeah, tomorrow I'm getting ramen though. It's gonna be my one meal for the day, so that should be pretty fun. Well, yeah, I mean, Don said he saw my stream when it first came up, so I don't know what's going on with that. It's weird. Stop sharing. There we go. Like these guys right here are the real problem. These guys right here are your they're your enemies. They are your enemy. Like the soy boy smile, got the whole receding hairline, the blue pilled obvious is all there. These guys here are your enemies. These are your blue pilled incels. Boy. We don't live in RoboCop. We live in Demolition Man before the advent of VR sex. Worst timeline. Oh my god. I'm sure Judge Dredd is coming with Darth. You're wasting your youth. Never watched Demolition Man. I see his live stream every weekend. I just don't speak or am tired, though. I might give it a shot. This cool live chat niche. I might give it a shot. This is a cool live chat. Yeah, I like doing it. I like doing the chat. It's good for me. Get some human contact. It's good for you guys. Get to talk about get to talk and vent about the week. How about anything here? Just random chat. It doesn't always have to be black pill, dark pill shit, but you know it normally does dissolve in that shit, so it's cool. Guy in the middle is like Sassany Semptana. Oh shit. You need to. It's commentary on Das Woke before it's time. Here in Mexico, at least it's very common that the truck drivers have nicknames like El Mil Amores, the guy of 1,000 lovers. They would pay prostitutes for sex and still call that a relationship. Ew. Ew, man. A relationship? Nah, dude. Nah. That's some cope. That's cope right there. Sweet mother of God. That's bad. Ugh. Here's another one for you guys. This is the modern woman here. This is your average virtue signaler. Look how virtuous I am, guys. Dropping bombs in the poor African village. Look at me. Like, okay. I do wonder about the I think we talked about this like 2 streams ago or a stream ago. I do wonder what's gonna happen with these like VTubers. They appear to be getting more and more popular. It's becoming like a new niche now. Yeah, Angelina Jolie, hell if I know. Think about it, guys. This child here has been closer to like a female than you ever have in your whole life. He's from Africa. He's poor. That's bad. What's the last comment I was on? Don't marry your hoe, alabaster. Yeah. That Angelina Jolie might as well be. I was thinking of getting an escort, then my instincts backpedaled me, and I'm not sure. I'm not about to pay for sex. Hey, man, do what you got to do. That child mogged me. Just contact Mogathol. Look at him. YouTube has been around for almost 20 years. Think about that. Yeah, and it hasn't time yet. Like I don't think YouTube's ever been profitable, ever. Just Ethiopian Max, bruh. Sweet God. Just become poor, dog. Let's see. I noticed that some people either have 1,000 pictures of themselves or they have few and who have no pics of themselves. Like, what's the mental difference? Oh, yeah. These two guys have the answer right. Narcissism. I do not have anything against people paying for sex and company. I have a lot. I have a lot about calling that a lover's. Yeah, a lot. Don't call it love, dog. Call it what it is. No, that is hardcore coping. Oh yeah. I've been in, I've been in I've been in a loving relationship, guys, for a one night stand, one night, hot sloppy night in my truck. Ill. Bruh. Oh, it's 6 people in here now. Who's the 6th person? What do you guys think of the concept of the cyborg? Do you think it's a real concept or a fake concept? I haven't heard the term used at all in incel circles in a long time. So No, I never heard it used in incel circles actually ever. So, bruh, did Don leave? I'm not sure. I think he did. Probably just dipped out. Julia, maybe. A 60-year-old, a 60 years old male relative used to tell me, my little brothers, that he used to be a many women as his girlfriends in his life. I found out he just used to pay for girls. Oh no! Oh fuck! Oh shit! No way! That's funny, dude. That's some fucking cope right there. Cyborg sounds like what VVS was. Real. I don't know what a cyborg is, to be honest. Elaborate. It's in my last video, but the Cliff Notes version is that basically it's like a failed normie who's like, it depends. Like, in order to become a cyborg, you have to basically be like between two different pills. Like, you're between like you're black pilled, but you like, it's not like you want to be blue pilled, but like you know how to navigate the blue pilled world though. Like, the problem with a lot of black pillars especially, and red pillars too, is that, well, with incels in general, is that they don't have the social game, they don't have the social chops to make it in the real world at all. Whereas someone who's a cyborg, it's like they have this ability to, like, they're black pill because they know all the black pill knowledge and black pill information, but they have the ability to like navigate a blue pill world via the social game in a more adequate way than an incel ever could, and they might not even look that bad either. That's the gist of it. I think it's probably more rare than we think it is, but yeah. Yeah, half normo, half info, yeah. Like, you have some ability to like talk to the average person, but yeah, I sort of am too. Like, I have this ability to, like, I know how to like navigate a social game pretty well nowadays. Like I said in my behavioral abstractions video, I used to be like super duper. I was like super duper stunted when I left high school. I was like very very bad at social game. But yeah, basically a socially adjusted incel. Yeah, like you ain't getting nothing, but like, and it might not even look that bad. Like, you're incelish. You're incelish. Like, you're not like ugly, but you're not an incel. Like, you're not like a 4 out of 10, nothing like that. So, or 3 out of 10, nothing like that. So, yeah, as I've gotten older, I've like realized that like the social game is really important and how to like navigate it. And like, I almost do it like, I feel like for some people the social game comes naturally to them, but I have to like think about it. I have to like think about what I'm gonna say, and I have to like think about what I'm gonna say and how I'm gonna say it, and I'm like always thinking like 3 steps ahead of like what they're gonna say. That way, I know how to respond in a way that's adequate enough. So, whereas someone who's not a cyborg might not have that kind of thought process. They might just be, oh yeah, I'm a cyborg then. At least the more I mature, the more I understand how relationships work between people. Yeah, basically a socially adjusted incel. Yeah, I can't be a cyborg. I'm antisocial and everyone ignores me. Incel, but not true cell. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, yeah, that's a better way to put it. A friend of mine used to be a math tutor for girls. He told me that whenever those girls had problems passing college, they would just magically drop out and get married. Men cannot do that easily. or, or somehow they would just pass the class, and you'd be wondering how the hell that happened. It doesn't mean I don't fuck up sometimes. Like, I do this too. It doesn't mean I don't mess up sometimes. I'll say something kind of out of hand sometimes, and it's like, And then like I'll be like, wait a second. So yeah, I said something stupid today, but like most people kind of let it slide because I am kind of like I'm kind of known as like the kind of guy who's like very very who speaks kind of off the cuff anyway. So like people kind of like, oh yeah, that's just him. He speaks off the cuff. So we're just gonna let it kind of slide. But yeah, I do have a tendency to do that a lot. Damn, Daniel. Christ, how do we find each other? My chair just broke. It's over. Damn, bruh. I thought you were skinny. It's an old computer chair. Did you fall out of the chair or what? Or what happened? Overthinking your conversation so you do not come out as the subhuman that you really are, acting on your physical and mental state. Social anxiety cells have it rough. Yeah, I don't have the social anxiety, but I do have like this tendency to like not overthink, but like I'm definitely like thinking about what I'm going to say or how I'm going to respond to you or how I should respond to you. Because like once again, I can be pretty off the cuff and just kind of say what's on my mind, but that doesn't always appeal to like some certain people. So like you kind of have to like be like, okay, well I can't say it that way, so let me sugarcoat it a little bit and give it to them a little bit more sugarcoated and more in a less hostile way. I can be very very abrupt and blunt with my speech when I feel like it. Yeah, my best friend is Chad. He tells me my bluntness can be too much at times with my monotone voice, makes great jokes when I'm not trying to be funny. Yeah. I get that a lot too. It's like, oh, were you trying to be funny? It's like, really? I was trying to tell you the truth, but you didn't take it that way, buddy. We were meant to be. Arm broke off. Well, at least it wasn't the whole chair. The isolation is almost relieving, but the lack of human contact messes with you. It's oddly torturous way of life. Yeah, this one we said at top part earlier. We said like the whole a MGTOW cope of like the lone wolf is bullshit. It's true. Like you need people around you. You can't just be a atomized individual and be like, oh, I'm gonna be this, I'm a one man machine. It's like, okay, buddy. Well, good fucking luck. Good fucking luck making it in this world alone. Damn, try talking to more people. I don't know. I talk a lot, but my friends have corrected my thoughts over time, how I should sound and what I should talk about. I guess since I come off as intimidating. Yeah, I get that a lot too. Um, People oftentimes tell me that like, man, like I was afraid to talk to you at first because you look really intimidating, but like you have to kind of like chill and kind of down to earth. And it's like, yeah, I am. Like, you know, I'm the kind of guy. Like, I have a tendency to be blunt, and the weird thing about it is that like depending on where I was, some people really appreciated that. They appreciated like getting that raw truth, but a lot of them were like, well, we're a lot of women, especially, were kind of no one wants to hear the truth. Like I don't want to say women hate the truth, but like they definitely can't handle it the same way a man can. Like I'm talking to men. Men are like, oh yeah, dude, that's fucking true as fuck, dude. That's crazy. I'm talking to women, dude, they're like, oh my god, they are like, she got to sugarcoat it. I got to cover it in a little bit of cream. I got to like this word here so it doesn't come off as really blunt. Change that word there. Like, okay, can't say it that way. Can't say it this way. You know, I can't make that joke because that joke's too I don't know, not dirty, but it's too whatever. It really is it really is hard. I don't know. You know, the rules for talking to women, talking to men are just totally different if you don't know them. Incel brotherhood. I've always described myself as a camera. I'm just here to watch and observe but not interact. Interesting. Making home movies for folks back home. Subterranean homesick alien. I could probably fake my way 85% well, but against my morals, I'd almost insanely rather be alone than fake. I could probably fraud my way into sex if I put into the effort. Huh. Interesting. Um, I don't have the ability to pull out that thug demeanor and do it that way. I don't know. I definitely don't have it. I couldn't see myself ever doing it. Being like, oh, I'm Tyrone. Blah 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 blah. Like that's, it's just not me. I don't have that like type of like mindset in me. I just don't have it. They don't have it in me at all. You know, I am who I am. Yeah, that's true. 6 people in here. What the fuck? In your prime. You're in your prime, boys, and you're here. You know what's strange mystery? That's the same with me. People appreciate it and others hate it. And also on the looking intimidating factor. They say you can see suffering or seriousness on their face. Well, a lot of people say like I look right through them. Like a lot of people have say like my eyes like have the tendency to like look through people, and it's like whoa, I don't know what that means, but like my mom, even my mom's like, yeah, you have a tendency to look through me and not look at me, and it's like, well, I kind of am like, and she also kind of tells me that like, yeah, you have a tendency to like get to like the brass tacks truth a lot, and I even hurt her feelings. I'm her son, like I hurt my mom's feelings. She's like, wow, you had to say it that way, and it's like, well, yeah, but like you asked me my opinion and I gave you my opinion, and then they get really upset. But then if the odd thing about her is that she'll come back a few hours later and say, you know what, dude, you were right. Like you were absolutely correct when you about what you said. And it's like, well, yeah, I'm just telling you the truth. Like the truth sucks for women, I guess. I don't know what it is. Didn't say Thug Max. That's a whole nother level. I'm not Denzel Washington acting level. I'm sorry. I'm like, man, I was just talking about Thug Max and dog. I'm like, man, I don't know. I was trying. I was like, yo, I'm Tyrone. Let me get up in that. Yo, where all the white women's at? I don't know. Wouldn't everything we do be a fraud though? Women obviously don't like us for who what we are. Other true that. Degrees I can be personable without being fake, form, or normal. Yeah. Yeah, navigating social game is really if you didn't learn the skill early on, you're gonna have a hard time. I'm so glad I worked retail for so many years because like it really helped me catch up a lot. If I didn't work retail, I'd be so messed up right now. Just being forced to talk to random people is like makes you become a socially um, uh, conscious person, I guess. You kind of like forced to talk to people, forced to interact with people, and forced to you know play the game, I guess. Even though I hate playing it. Oh, snap! My video got 100 views. That's cool. Let's see. I prefer talking to my weed friends about 2D anime waifus and lewds. But yeah, sometimes you have to be a bite the bullet and try to be socially acceptable. I mean, pizza's in your mouth or in the oven. um, yeah, I can agree with that too. I mean, Yeah, we try. Pizza's in. Jack, to some level, we're all fraud. We even lie to ourselves sometimes. We act differently depending on who we're surrounded by. And sometimes I see myself as a tough guy. So we are male versions of Hanako from Katawa Shoujo. Felt the social benefit. Might be. Almost closed the chat. That would have sucked. Tell the truth, boys. Enjoy your pizza, dude. Yeah, enjoy it, dog. We'll have to watch recording. Dude, you're always not here. You're never here. You used to be my child at the time. Now you're just kind of hanging out. You always got to work. But you're here now. Or maybe you're not. I don't know, man. I try to be social. I learned early on that it doesn't matter. Used to be, and sometimes I wonder if I lost that part of me, or if it was truly an authentic part of me, or only had to pick up it for adapting. In the oven, email me. I don't give a fuck about your baby. um, I'll send you a slice. Well, you definitely need to make it on some level, like especially if you picked up social game really late in life and you can't do it naturally, you have to fake it till you make it. Like I hate saying that, but it's somewhat true. Like you're gonna constantly feel like you're faking and frauding because like you're gonna feel like you're a bit and feel like you're play acting. Whereas someone who picked it up early enough, they or the people who pick it up early enough just do it. Like there's no conscious thought behind it. Whereas in your case, you're going to be constantly kind of playing this game of like acting and playing pretend. Like that's how it feels sometimes. Versus like I'm talking to somebody, pretend with them. It doesn't feel real. It feels like I'm having a real authentic conversation with them. As far as love is one thing, as far as just moving through the world, a small bit help. Find your niche, Daniel. To be fair, watching anime requires a thing suspension of disbelief. Like when you see a cute anime girl who has no friends or any kind of company IRL, she would be surrounded by simps, or she'd have this friend or girl. Can't say I believe it, dude. I've worked plenty of jobs and been around plenty of people, expending so much energy for getting nowhere and becoming a sociopath just to survive. It's easier just to turn your back on the world. I hear you, buddy. Yeah, I can't stand Isekai anymore, dude. Isekai's getting really, really out of hand. Then again, every 10 years we have not genre, but we have a new popular anime that comes out. Like I remember a long time it was a moe girls like, oh, so moe, we want moe, and then we got and then for a long time it was this show, it was in the top four shonen or top three shonen now. Like One Piece and Naruto and Bleach were like the three big shows. So like every generation or everything has its niche. Can't wait for Attack on Titan to start again though. That'd be cool. Should be pretty good. One Piece is heating up in the manga. Not gonna lie, huh? I haven't read One Piece in so long. I'm like so far behind, and not that it takes long to catch up, but I haven't read in like years. Isekai is so popular because many Japanese men want to escape their lives or even rope. Yeah, I mean, Japan has kind of mastered the art of the cope. They have too many good copes in Japan to just give up now. I would say the same thing for VTubers and stuff like that too as well. It's all from Japan, not from Japan, but it's kind of becoming very popular in Japan as well. It's all about trying to escape their lives. All about this I may not be able to get a road, but this e-girl will always be here. You know, One Punch Man is relatable. Oh yeah, it really is. Other than being able to one punch, but everything else is like about that guy is like really very true. He's bald MGTOWs. You got that. Kaido just fucking airlifted an entire island by himself. Awesome psychological horror anime, psychopath manga called Ikigai, dystopian manga, The Promised Neverland, God High School, etc. Talked about this last week, but anime and manga is like the perfect escapism for men like us. It really is. Yeah, it really is. It's fun to watch. I tend to only watch like 3, maybe 4 shows a season because like most anime is kind of shit. But yeah, watch anything that's like popular, anything that's gonna be good. I can't wait for Doctor Stone to start again. Actually, should be pretty good. I like the show a lot. Yeah, I've heard ReZero's really. Watched the I guess the director's cut that came out weeks ago. I watched like the first few episodes of it. It seemed pretty good. Normie relative, how can you work at that place for that salary? Me, because it pays for my bills, my 2D cope. I'd be worm from otherwise. Oh yeah. I love the science of that shit, dude. It's just so fun. Like some of that stuff, I almost want to like write down and be like, "Huh, this might come in handy one day." I don't know if the road ever collapses, I might want to have the ability to do this stuff, huh? Yeah, Doctor Stone. I forgot what show the other shows are coming out next season, but it should be pretty good. Ohio. I can't even say the whole fucking line of that first show, but it's really good. Love the opening too. Protagonist who acts like a total jerk or a total idiot, but everything works out for them, and they get the harem of female worshippers. Yep, that's every anime ever. It's basically a male power fantasy in a way. How can men live in one? How can men live in a one-bedroom apartment with no furniture? That kind of question where women don't understand we actually don't need all the shit they do. Oh hell yeah, dude! You don't need shit. I mean, I'm getting ready to move into my condo in the next few months or next month, and that should be pretty fun. Gonna have a new setup in my new place. So, but yeah, like I'm not gonna have that much furniture at all. I can't wait though because I'm gonna have my own kitchen, have my own bathroom with that. So it should be pretty cool. Doctor Stone is the right mix of science, action, and comedy. Waifus. Yep. It's a really fun show. MHA season 5 is coming out next year. The manga is great too. Spoilers: we all learned that about Dabi in a couple chapters. Mob Psycho 101 or 100 kind of subverts that trope though. Kid actually gets rejected at the end. I love Mob Psycho. That was a really good show. All right, dude. See you next time, buddy. Cope well, dude. Oops, skipped one. If I could be in a woods with my Tesla roof and cell service, I could be cool for literal centuries. Damn. I can live off of canned tuna, oatmeal, water, rice, and cheap fruits and vegetables. I'm not gonna eat steak and with bathwater every day like a fake rich normies. I love steak. I can't give up my steak, dude. I need my steak. Next year, I'm gonna go on a huge diet, like a pretty aggressive diet to get some of this weight off me. But the real question is, do we really think that that's gonna do it? Like, is Belle Delphine actually gonna put that video out or no? I'm extremely doubtful about that. I think she's gonna do another fake and piss people off again, because like it would like destroy her entire allure of like, oh, you're being constantly teased, the constant teasing. So yeah, she's gonna release a sex tape or something like that for her and her boyfriend. It's like, okay, like, is she actually gonna do it or what? I'm doubtful about it. Then again, she already showed off her boobs, so I don't know. She might actually do it. It's sort of like when like a Twitch streamer revealed that she has a boyfriend. Like, it destroys the entire allure, or the mystique behind the girl. Like, it destroys the entire concept of it. It's like, well, okay, well, I can't. She's not attainable anymore because she already has a boyfriend. So it destroys the entire allure behind it. Yeah, but you believe how expensive that is getting started. You need to buy property taxes, at least in Montreal, fairly cheap. Right, I would rather be a hermit. I skipped this one here. Guy, I have a question. What the fuck is wrong with people shaming women and men that lose weight during the pandemic? At least here in Mexico, fat acceptance is not showing an ugly face with all that power. I don't know what's up with that shit, dude. I didn't lose weight, but I also just gained a bunch of muscle myself. So I mean, I'm different from everybody else, but I got healthier during the pandemic. Most people did gain like 15, 20 pounds though. You know, ate too much junk food and shit like that. Everyone's sitting at home doing nothing, can't go to the gym, or too afraid to go to the gym. I still work out every day, so I mean, I'm still getting relatively healthy, but I don't know. That probably comes from. It's almost like, well, it's viewed as being selfish, I guess, on some level. Like, oh, you're selfish if you go to the gym because you're gonna get COVID and then you're gonna get real sick. So it's like you should be staying home, even if you can't go to the gym. You shouldn't go to the gym anyway. It's part of that, maybe, but I don't know. because they don't have the self control or the a discipline to go to the gym every day or something like that. So they just they cope by saying, "Oh, you're just going against the grain of society." Well, see how much money you spend to be happy, because it goes against the idea that looks don't matter. When literally in the next breath they mock ends with being ugly. Yeah, boy. Look at this photograph. Oh man, well we're hitting 2 hours and 16 minutes, boys. How much longer you got going to go for? What, this one here? Huh? What's going on there? Wonder why that is. Incel. Let's see. Incel. I am not hot. Society. You're a monster. Incel. Okay. I'm going to work out and get lean. Society. You're a monster. People don't like. One thing I realized, people don't like other people getting stuff that they don't have. If that makes any sense. Like if you have like a 6 pack of abs, like people don't really want to see you do better. People just kind of want to see you stagnate, or they want to see you suffering, because misery loves company, as they say. So people don't really want to see you do better. People want to see you do worse or stay the same. Because if you are doing better, it makes them look worse by comparison. So it means that, oh, he had the discipline and self discipline to do it himself, whereas I don't. That's part of it. That's part of this problem anyway. Incels aren't even ugly anymore, though. The average gen is an incel. It means that normal men are being judged against Chad. Look at old pictures of men; they weren't models. Oh yeah, it's getting really, yeah. It's a well known fact that like normies are slowly being put into the fold of the incel label, for sure. Like a 5 or a 4, like normal looking dudes, and 6s, like normal looking dudes are not being considered incel now, because like they're being compared to the apex fallacy, as we say. McRib. Fuck society. I'd rather be a bum just to starve in my labor in the woods or rot for me. One thing I disagree with first, besides geomassing, is that this dating limbo for women. Women don't have a limbo. They literally have endless options. Men are in the limbo. I think what he means by the limbo is that because they have so many options, they don't actually pick an option. It's the paradox of choice. I think I've even discussed this topic myself, where like because you have so many options, you end up picking nothing, because like you're overstimulated with too many options. It's sort of like having a he always uses the example of like an ice cream machine with like 55 flavors and one with just 2 flavors. The one with the 2 flavors probably sells more because your options are limited. The human mind wasn't designed to have 55 or 1,000 matches of men in your inbox telling you in your DMs telling you all the shit. It was designed for like small communities or small tribes. I think that's what he's talking about. But I mean, I agree with the second half of that statement that men are in limbo though for sure. Women are in more of a self-imposed limbo than men's limbo is more imposed by nature or society. So. Raytheon Maxing can be quite effective as a cope. It may not be the mainstream anymore, but it can save men from despair. Contrary to women, they actually follow the path of honor. Huh, that's weird. Let me go to the actual chat. I can see all his comments in my thing. It's weird. I wonder what's going on there. Here's another comment he said. I'm not sure if you can read that one or not. You're a mod too, so you can actually do anything you want. Pin user, report user. Huh, weird. That is odd. These people hear the word incel and they automatically envision a neckbeard, pimple-faced basement driller. Oh yeah, it's true. Like the phrase has become less about the actual concept of being an incel, more about it's just a term to be used, just thrown around as like an insult now. Like you're an incel, or have sex incel, or you're just an incel. Shut up. Like it's not the phrase doesn't have the weight behind it that it used to. It's become more of a general insult now. Well, like everything, normies tend to kill it. The dry spell, bro, is coming. I remember a Donovan Simp video in which a religious guy was getting blackpilled by how shallow and morally broken the women in religions are, throwing themselves to be chads and ignoring a good guy. Wow. Huh. Yeah, I don't know why. Because they don't realize they are incels themselves, yet it's a dry spell, bro. Or women just don't just judge all men, by the chads they bang. Aw, shit. You out of here, buddy? All right, dude. See you next time. And then there were two. Just Jack and J.R. Alberto. Oh, my God. I mean, everyone thinks that they're just in a dry spell, though. Everybody thinks that, it's just, everybody's coping with that dry spell shit, for sure. Obviously. Everybody thinks that you're just a temporarily embarrassed millionaire, or a temporarily embarrassed Chad, and that they're not really poor or that they're not really English. So, yeah, it is what it is. It's sad stuff there. Either way, with Daniel gone, just me, Jack, and JR. I might cut the stream kind of short, guys, but not short. It's been 2 hours, 2.5 hours actually. So, either way, by the way, Daniel, don't slay too many women out there, dude. Make sure that pizza's pretty warm too. Either way. It's like every guy who goes in that, I'm gonna be the next Danny DeVito. Oh God. They're the man for every woman, but the reverse has never been true. Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah. Black pill truth right there. The sad part is like it didn't used to be this bad, obviously, because the system was more regulated via religion. I think that people really discounted the effect that religions had on society, and they think that this stuff didn't matter when it really did. Like all that stuff mattered. Like all that crap mattered, and now we pretend like religion's just some like, oh, that stuff's not true. Like it's not true in the sense of like it's like a scientific fact, but it's true in a moral sense that like it was very like religion was like a stopgap against hypergamy on some level. It still occurred. It still happened. I'm not gonna sit here and cope and say, oh, it was things were all better back in the 50s, but it wasn't nearly as rampant as it is now. It's always been there. It just wasn't. It was always kind of like it was always suppressed and subdued in some level. Now it's just free for all. We got 3 folks watching here. Who's the third guy? Got Jack, got JR. Women, Chad and Tyrone are crushing tons of cervix a week. Therefore, all men must be having it great, and the patriarchy is oppressing us. Yeah, they look at everything from the top down. They can't see things from the bottom up. Everything's top down for them. It's like, oh well, like they take the top, the apex of anything, and they extrapolate it down. It's like the hallmark of leftism, really, where a leftist will take the apex of like society and say, look at all these high powered men in society who are making all this money. It's wrong they're making all that money, and they'll extrapolate that down and say all men make a fuckload of money. It's like, well, that's not how fucking life works, dude. I literally had to argue with some chicks. One said polygamy was the new normal. I had to argue that the only polygyny with a few men was. Yeah. Like people don't realize that like these things are bad. Like these things aren't hallmarks of a society that's productive and healthy. Polygamy and polygyny are like examples of like any society that has those types of structures typically aren't aren't very stable societies at all. It's coming, dude. You know, it might not be in the form that we wanted it, but it's coming, dude. Like people are going to be angry in the next few years, upset, mentally disturbed and depressed. This is insane. Yeah, it's crazy. The only way a woman can lose nowadays is if she is a giga picky. Like she has a 4, but she would only settle down for a 9 or a 10 with a laser sight. Yeah, yeah, basically most women, like you said here. Yeah, it's true. Cat girls are cataclysm. Huh. And the sad part is like they're so picky because they have so many options, but they don't realize that like those options are gonna dry up. Like I'm not saying the wall's real because I think the wall's cope, but like those options, the options they have now aren't gonna be nearly as good as what they're gonna have in the future, or the other way around. They're never gonna have these like great chads looking at them in the future. You know, like they might be some like high tier chads who like maybe want to smash some like 35-year-old puss, but most of them are going to be looking lower, not higher. You know, they spend the best years of their life hoeing around, and then they wonder why when they hit like 35, it's like, well, why does nobody want me anymore? Well, why the hell would I want you now? They mistake sexual partners for possible long-term ones. That is a huge problem. Yeah, they 6 people. What the fuck? Where's the 3 people come from? Holy shit. Yeah, like they mistake. Yeah, they. I don't know how they do this. They think that, oh, if I'm just you know, if all I do is as long as I'm getting, like, they think that if they give up the sex early, they'll be able to keep the guy. But what they don't realize about men is that once the sex is done, men are like, I don't even want you around anymore. There's no point. Men are winning in 2020 because red pill channels. Men are winning in 2020 because women are not getting married. Black pill channels. Men are not getting married because no woman wants them if they are not Greek gods on Earth. Yeah, basically. And they cheat on the gods too. Yeah, they would. They probably suggest something. Oh, there's something beyond God I can get. It's like, okay, like they're constantly looking up, and they're never looking around them. They have this constant perception of like there's always something bigger and better on the corner, and it's like, stick what you got. Oh God, Will Smith. Don't talk about Will Smith, dog. Don't bring him up in here. Look at Will Smith. He was one of the power couples black people would look up to. Even he got screwed and humiliated. Yeah, but then think of Will Smith though, that he could easily get another woman pretty easily though. But just kind of comes down to like, you know, like he did get humiliated though. It's pretty bad. I mean, that was probably one of the most embarrassing videos I've ever seen in my entire life. We haven't had an encounter with what it was called, or a whatever she called it. We had a situation, or what do you call it? Like, what the fuck, dude? No boy watching that would get married, but we won't see the effects for decades. I don't know, man. Things are getting faster. Like this acceleration doesn't mean an entanglement. There you go. You got it right. I was like, an entanglement. Yeah, what the fuck, liar. Yeah, no boy. Things are actually getting faster. Like the whole acceleration just means kind of true. Like we're getting faster about everything's getting faster. Everything's catching up to it earlier and earlier. So it might actually I don't know. We might end up with a seeing the effects earlier than we think. I've even seen some girls saying, "Oh, we should have an entanglement." I was like, "Okay, that's fucking weird." Like, women are now repeating repeating the fucking line now as well. So that's weird as fuck. God, I need another Red Bull. Jesus Christ. All right, buddy boys. I think I'm gonna call it a night. Getting tired. Got a few more coming in here. Let's see. Look at TikTok. It's one of the most black pill social media I've ever seen. Yeah, TikTok's all about looking good, dude. And it's like I think Incel.tv had a good or Incel TV had a good video about TikTok. Somebody had a TikTok video they put out there. That was pretty good. And yeah, pretty funny. I was like, oh, it's all about looking good and being shallow as possible. Yeah, good night, mystery. Thanks, dude. Thanks. Any last words before I get off here? Any last words? Any last words? I see it's another comment coming in here. When are you streaming again, my dude? I am starving for some not awkward social interaction. I might do something Sunday if enough people want me to, but I'll figure it out. If not, I'll probably only be on again probably around next Friday or next weekend or the weekend after next. Cause I normally only do it every other weekend since I go home I go home to my parents' house every other weekend. So yeah. Either way, I don't think there's a social media site that isn't blackpilling. Yeah, they're all blackpilling, dude. They're all about looking good and being shallow as fuck. Peace be upon all you guys. Yep, peace be upon all you guys too. All right, guys. I'm out of here. See you guys next time.